Coke. I would always encourage you to get a bottle of something by your side as we roll this afternoon. Okay? All right. CP, there has been, calls for the sack of the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, by President Bola Tinubu, as President Bola Tinubu continues to follow allegations, as regards this particular story. The New Planet Projects Limited was a beneficiary of a 3 billion naira largesse contracts award to some companies under questionable circumstances scandal by suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and talking about better edu. Some persons are also saying that Tunji-Ojo should be sacked amidst 438 million contract scandal. Now, a lot is coming to this man. To some persons, he knows nothing about what's going on. He doesn't know anything at all. He only advised that things should go this way, that way, and all of that. And some persons feel he is conniving with Better Edu, or he has connived with him to perpetrate this, to some persons evil. But then, strongly speaking, TP, do you think this man should be roped into this whole thing? Or maybe there are just some persons who really want his position, who want him out. Just like I was able to also ask some persons who said that Better Edu is fighting some strong forces that she doesn't know. That it was all an arrangement and she was caught in the web, and so help us understand why Tunji-Ojo is into this matter. If you feel that he should be sacked also.
Well, to be very objective, there is nobody that is pursuing Tunji-Ojo. Rather, it is what I should say, the rot in the Nigerian system has come to a point that it is now exploding. And as it's exploding, it is exposing a lot of the principal actors. So when you look at it holistically, it is not about Tunji-Ojo or whether he's Ministry of the Interior or not. It is the facts that are on the ground that is reverberating and bringing out those who would have participated one way or the other. So now it's not only Edu or Beta or whatever is her name.
Better Edu
and Ojo. It will not end there. This is just a starting point. The rot has been very monumental. And
but the basic thing is Ojo himself. What is his? Why are they roping him so much into this?
Nobody is roping him. It is that's what I said, that it is what people have done that is coming out. So there is nothing like witch hunting or anybody trying to look for anybody's office. The investigations the outcome or result of the investigation will bring out the roles played by each and every person who is just being mentioned. So if the thing brings you out and say that you have collected 419 amount of X, whether in FX or in Naira component, brings out surrogate companies that you have been using, which defense do you have again? How will you say that it's a witch hunt? You cannot allege that, because it was very, very in your own clear eyes that those sordid transactions were done. So whether you are a minister or not, nobody is above the law that if you are involved in any form of criminality, you now want to use your office to cover it. It is not possible. So it is good that all these things are coming out. let us not be in a hurry. You see, I am not in the school of thought of those who will start judging this social media trial.
Okay.
I can't be party to that. I cannot associate myself with that. I am, having been an investigator for so many years with experience, I always tell people to don't be in a hurry to begin to publish things based on hearsay. Wait, let the people doing the case or cases come out with what they have seen. Let them bring out the details. There's no need publishing them. And on that note too, I want the media, whether print or electronic, to restrain themselves from doing these media investigations and media judgment. The media can enlighten the public, the populace. Tell us that these and these are things that are going on, and leave it at that. They shouldn't jump into hasty conclusion and say the man has been found guilty, because they are not the ones doing the investigations. As we speak now, the investigations is between the ICPC and the EFCC. They are the two doing it. But I know very soon it will extend. Police will join. Police have no choice, because the fraud is so monumental. Police will obviously join, and police will be busy, because if you look at the police anti-fraud special fraud units, if you bring the two of them, both the one in Abuja and the one in Lagos, their strength, because they are presently headed by commissioners of police, and they have teams working in them. Anti-fraud and the special special fraud unit alone will do double what the EFCC and ICPC are doing. So by law, they are authorized to do those investigations. So instead of overloading EFCC and ICPC, they should push some of those cases to the police and give them tall order that they need to be thoroughly supervisory in the course of the investigations, and not sleep at all while they are doing those cases. You know, and as the cases expand, even if it entails that it is becoming too much for both the police CID, the EFCC and ICPC, they can still cascade it down to zonal commands of the police. Police have about 16 zonal commands, and they have zonal CIDs headed by deputy commissioners of police under the supervision of the Assistant Inspector General of Police of those zones. They should cascade it there, because I see a situation, this thing will go down to all the ministries, departments and agencies. That is the time we will now know that we are fighting corruption.
Some have said people have stolen in time past so much. Look at the former aviation minister. Nothing has been said.
No, it will come up.
You said yes. So, but then this is a case whereby, for some people, they feel we're using a sledgehammer to kill an ant. You know, there should be a sort of a pardon. This is a lady where, you know, she just started her job. Is it because I'm quoting some persons right now.
Yes, yes.
Is it because she was caught doing this and now you want to nail her? The whole country is up and everybody feels, well, she should be killed, she should be hanged, she should be whatever. While those that have stolen billions of dollars in this country are still working. I mean, they are free out there, they're working and they are okay. Nothing is happening to them. They are traveling in and out of the country at will, effortlessly. Nothing is happening. And this is a case of just some people, like I'm saying, I'm still quoting them. This is a case of just 500,000 naira, million naira. And you want to nail her. You feel the country, everybody's just up. And what do you think?
No, what I think
about what some persons are saying?
No, those people are just being either political or emotional. You don't bring emotions into wrongdoings. Wrongdoings means,
so no form of pardon.
What pardon are you talking about? Pardon for what? You see, I pity Edu for two reasons. One, inexperience. She has never worked in the public service. If she had worked in the public service, there's what we call due process in approvals. There is a channel of communication, memo, has to be written. And, you know, there would have been recommendations starting from the point where the memo is generated. That is one. And you don't cut corners in public service. You don't cut corners in the sense that you cannot jump the administrative head of the ministry, who is a professional that has grown to become the permanent secretary, or what at the time was called Director General of the ministry. He is the head of the professional head of the ministry. You, as a minister, is just a political appointee. So you need to follow day-to-day workings of the permanent secretary. And the permanent secretary, being the baba of the ministry, has to follow the due process or the laid down procedure, civil service procedure, to be sure that whatever is done is generated from whichever section or unit or department by way of memo. And by the time they fine-tune, it gets to the permanent secretary, it does the final recommendations and bring to the minister. So that if the minister is being misled, you now hold the permanent secretary responsible. But a situation where the minister sits and will be given instruction, cutting off the permanent secretary, he or she will carry her cross. That's where I say the experience came in. That's one part.
Okay.
The second part is that in government, if you're working for government, there are government circulars, instructions, and directives. And there is what we call financial instructions. Federal government gazetted financial instructions. There is no part of those instructions you look at and see where they say you as minister can direct public funds to be paid into private accounts. Anything that passes through private accounts is fraud, is fraudulent. So you can see that head or tail, the minister walked herself into a landmine. And unfortunately, she didn't have people to properly mentor her or guide her. And that is why, or where I want to blame the present government. Okay. That you don't just appoint ministers and throw them to ministries to go and work. They ought to have organized seminar or conference that would have taken some time before they go and take their portfolios to guide them, because many of them had never worked in bureaucracy that has to do with government. Probably they've been in politics and been in the private sector all their lives. So that is where all these errors are beginning to rear its head. And prior to now, nobody, maybe because of the lackadaisical attitude of the past 8 years of the APC, nobody ever cared to follow some of those procedures. And it now gave that lacuna whereby some of them will say, after all, we are used to doing things like this and nothing will happen. So now things are beginning to happen. And what has happened to Edu and Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs is just a starting point. Because it's not just that ministry and the department and the agency that will be that will receive this heat. All other ministries should follow suit. All.
Recently, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the organized private sector have urged the government to extend urgent cost-cutting measures to all levels of government for it to have a significant impact across board. All levels of government. Cut costs.
But I've been saying it here now, ever before they swore in the president. I said that the cost of governance is outrageous. If we want to present ourselves as a serious nation who have a focus and a mission to get ourselves out of the mess and the quagmire we find ourselves, we should do something, pragmatic, and at least to show sincerity of purpose and seriousness in the art of running of the governance. How do we do that? Some of the ministries should have no business duplicating themselves. I've been saying it. They should visit Orosanya, administrative or commission of inquiry, and the paper they came out with. That was over 10 years back, or I think 2013 or 2014. They should visit it and see the recommendations there and try to implement, if not all, at least some parts of it in the first tranche. And some of those bogus expenditure that is being drawn from the public funds, they need to visit all of them and begin to cut the costs. The era of having very large portfolios is no longer sustainable, because where are the funds to do that? Okay, or do you encourage conspicuous consumption, where you go and borrow and use them and use them in consumptions that are not justifiable? Spending the money in things that will not impact on the people, things that will not galvanize the economy from the situation it finds itself. We are talking of how do you move into production? How do you grow the economy? If you want to grow the economy, you look on the side of the production, not consumption. Not spending money buying cars, doing trips overseas, going for holidays and all that, and doing massive importation. That's not the way to move the economy out of doldrum. When we talk of production, we are talking of, if you're talking of the economy, there are three key pillars. I've always said that. You have your blue economy, which is what you have in the maritime and the aquatic investments. You have the green economy, which is agrarian.
Of course.
Not much is being done there. You have the brown economy. We are talking of solid minerals. So those key areas, those major areas, are the areas we need to focus if we need to show seriousness to foreign and international investors. Because if you look at international trade, we are looking at balance of trade. You don't do massive importation, and what are you exporting? Those are the areas of focus. And if we are talking of a green economy, I'm talking of green revolution. You need to revitalize Shehu Shagari's green revolution back. You can even put it with Operation Feed the Nation of Obasanjo in his military era.
Okay.
Bring all of them. Do back to land programs. And in doing that, you need to provide security. Focus first on security. Then you now move into green revolution. So that at the end of the day, you have enough food. You produce massively. Enough for local consumption. For storage in terms of national reserve. And for exports. Then what are we talking? What about the solid minerals? You have not even explored much. Okay, look at a place like Niger Republic. After they sacked the civilian government and military took over, looked at one or two areas on uranium. What they were giving them, peanuts they were giving them, they jettisoned that and went straight to what the international market price is. And today they are rated as one of the 10 fastest growing economies. Niger, of all places. Then talk of us, who are blessed with abundant human and natural resources. At least in terms of market, we have over 200 million of population. And I'm sure if you go and check the statistics, if you update the statistics, you see that the Nigerian population constitutes not less than between 20 and 25% of the total population of Africa. So it's a large market that both the West, the East, which is the Asian tigers and all that, are interested in what is happening in Africa, and particularly Nigeria. So we need to bring them to come here and invest, not to be importing every Tom, Dick and Harry, all sorts of things into Nigeria. That's not the way to grow the economy. They need to come here, invest, we produce, we export, and earn money, and earn foreign exchange. Not the production of naira. Naira is not naira is not what grows your economy. It cannot. If you produce excess naira that is not matching the foreign exchange component, then you are bringing down the economy the more. So these are the areas we need to look at if we need to move forward. So we still have a long way to go.
Indeed, we have a very, very long way to go.
Yes.
But then, what is happening right now, it's like EFCC, everyone is on, his toes now, working so hard, But then, some persons listening to me right now would also want to ask, all of this probing and all of that should start from the former administration, should start from the former president. Then to some other persons, some other ministries, departments, and agencies, and to governors, to ministers, and to even down to local government.
The thing is this: the people who are saying this, starting from president, they seem not to understand the workings in the public sector. You see, the president and commander-in-chief is constitutionally insulated in much of the disbursement of public funds.
Okay.
You see, the buck ends on his table, and there is no way the president himself should be the one disbursing the funds for the ministries, departments and agencies. As a matter of fact, it is detailed on how funds are distributed. That's why we have FAAC, Federal Accounts Allocation Committee, usually headed by the Minister of Finance. This committee is responsible for galvanizing all the funds the nation makes and following the distribution formula, or what you call revenue allocation formula, and distribute it to the 3 tiers of governments. So it's not in the position of the president to tell governor that this is how you're going to spend this money. No, that means you are getting it wrong. And at the same time, it is not for the president to tell the minister that this is how you are going to disburse your funds. When the funds are allocated to your ministries, departments, and agencies, all you need to do is that some of the disbursements that should be made, do your memo, because you don't even have authority to disburse it the way you like. Bring the memo to the Federal Executive Council for debate or discussion by the Federal Executive Council. By the time it has been discussed and given a nod, the green pen of the president will flow, approving. That's the time you as minister will go and begin to take care of that. So that if you make errors, the thing will come and consume you as a minister, but not the president. Go and check it out. So all these ones they are saying, go and bring president to come and answer. That is why from Obasanjo down to Goodluck Jonathan, to Yar'Adua, Yar'Adua is late, to Buhari, you will hardly see a place you hold them accountable or responsible. It is very, very difficult. Go and check the civil service rules and the financial instructions. You see, the whole thing is detailed there. There are agencies that are there to, though the problem is still supervision. There are agencies that are there to control the excesses of some of those ministries, departments, and agencies. We had Department of this board for procurement.
Okay.
You know, we had board of public enterprise. All those ones. What are their duties? They are there to be sure that due process is followed in management of public funds. But are they living up to their bidding or what is expected of them? These are the areas we need to look at. So you can see that a lot of things had been going wrong, and nobody had taken out time to be sure that the rules and regulations are sustained and maintained. Because if they are followed, a lot of all this embezzlement of public funds wouldn't have reached this gargantuan dimension it has taken. For instance, when we are talking of issue of round tripping and money laundering, it's because nobody takes the pains to put the checks and balances in the way the funds are being moved. Like I said earlier on, nobody has any right to move public funds to private accounts. You don't do that. Anything public fund that goes to private account is fraud in its entirety. It is criminal. You don't do things like that. So that's why I said that of better edu is just a starting point. They should not take it that it's going to consume only her and Otunji Ojo. It will come down to even power, to works, to education, to agriculture, and so many other areas, so many departments, ministries, and agencies. And then by the time they are done, we can now also go and visit the National Assembly. Even though they are the ones that are appropriating the public funds, we also need to know the extent, the ones that are budgeted for their use. How did they use it? We need to visit that area too.
Sibi, yes. Peter Obi also came in, as regards the president cutting cost.
Yes.
Of
governance.
Not governance now. The president cut the cost, traveling cost.
Okay, by 60% or so.
And Peter Obi, he said Nigerians need, or what Nigerians need is 60% cut in the cost of governance.
Exactly,
and
that's
not
what I said.
A reduction of travel entourage.
That's exactly what I've been saying the past few
Reducing
minutes.
Cost of governance.
Yes.
In its totality.
Yes, entirety. Yes, that's what I said.
And then, is it that what the president did is not welcome enough? Is not just people really didn't like it? Like some person said, "Oh, the president's just playing to the gallery,"
No, what the president did is perfectly in order.
Don't you think we should applaud the president at this point in time?
It's just a starting point. He's scratching the surface now.
Okay.
We need to do more. That's the message P2B is sending from what you have just read out. That this one is just scratching the surface. By the time you go deep down, there are a lot of other unnecessary expenses that is being incurred by the government that we need to get off the system. Because apart from the rot of embezzling these public funds, we also look at other gargantuan projects that we end up embarking on, that at the end of the day, they are neither finished nor they are hanging out there by way of abandoned projects. Let me even give you one instance. Look at a place like Lagos-Ibadan Express.
Okay.
Since 2007 till date, we are still on Lagos-Ibadan Express. What exactly is happening? And each time they will tell you they have committed so, they have budgeted so and so towards the same Lagos-Ibadan Express. You now begin to wonder, what exactly is going on there? Is it that the budget for this money and the money will now be diverted and not used for the purpose for which it is meant? Or is it that the budget for doing that carriageway, Lagos-Ibadan, and there are no funds to back up the budget? Because these are things that we need to be told. They are supposed to be accountable to us, the public, and tell us, look, these are the challenges we are having. That is why we are not finishing this project at so and so specific time. Then Nigerians will begin to understand the direction the government is going. Not a situation every year you say you've budgeted this and it's going for key infrastructural development and projects, and at the end of the day it seems as if the statement is a political statement. You don't see much done on that project. The next year another project will come again and capture the same. Year in, year out, the projects are continuously capturing the same item we are talking about.
Yeah.
So is it supposed to be a lifetime project? Because the way we know projects in the good old days, especially when the military was there, if they tell you they are doing 10 million bridge, like Babangida did, within I think he started it in 1987 to finish the 10 million bridge. Between 88 and 89, about 15 to 18 months, the whole of 10 million bridge was finished. Because the one that Obasanjo started and finished by Buhari ended in Adekunle, Yaba. Okay. The other place was just there. Babangida finished it. That was why they rechristened the name from 10 million bridge to IBB bridge. It was definite, it was specific, and within record time, the thing was finished. So that is what we mean by matching your words with action. But within the civilian dispensation, within the civilian era, apart from Obasanjo, to be fairness to him, and let us hope Tinubu will do the same, Obasanjo was, entering some projects and made sure those projects, even though it took like 8 years to get them finished, but then he made sure the government was focused and they followed it religiously and got some of those projects finished.
Okay. Let's move on, everyone. In case you're just joining us, this is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now let's bring in, let's get into a different corner, all right? Or let's bring in Daniel Bwala into this current discussion, because Daniel Bwala, who happens to be one of the spokesman of former President, Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the president candidate of the PDP in 2023 elections, has declared that he may defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC to support the administration of President Bola Tinubu. He was answering questions yesterday if he was contemplating defecting to APC after a closed-door meeting with the president at the State House, Abuja. Bola said APC is a party and President Bola Tinubu is his own motivation. If supporting him will take me to APC, according to him, Daniel Bwala, so be it. That's what he said. All right, take a listen to what he said.
Instead of protecting them, he asked that the due course of some of his ministers that were allegedly reported to have, committed infraction. Instead of protecting them, he asked that the due course of law should have his own course. He suspended somebody without wasting time. That, to me, is impressive because it's about the people. Secondly, there has been this outcry that the government is bloated and the rest. Yesterday, he introduced a policy that reduced the cost of governance. And today, he told me it is just the beginning. There are many more decisions of government that will reduce the cost of governance. What have we been talking about as citizens? If you don't have personal grudge against someone, if it is on policy issues, when policies are going correctly, and what I'm saying apart from today that I'm talking here, you all need to visit my Twitter page. In the last few days, I have been expressing my surprise and appreciation to the president for the decision he's taking. So this is not about political party. And you need to know that, like I said, I was with him before I left, and I was doggedly committed to him. I told him today, I am committing to play my part to support your administration, and I have no apologies to anybody.
You are back in APC?
I have no apology. APC is a party. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is my motivation. If supporting him will take me to APC, so be it.
Congratulations.
CP, what do you have to say about the statement you listened to? His statement. This is Atiku's spokesperson going as far as praising Bola Tinubu. Hear what he said. They said Tinubu is his motivation, and that is that. If that would make him cross carpet, then he doesn't mind. All of a sudden we're now hearing Bola saying something way different. Now, I'm not saying that what the president did is, it shouldn't be commendable. But for a spokesperson, we know who Tinubu is and we know who Atiku is. For a spokesperson of Atiku to now start talking like this, like, well, I think I want to join the All Progressives Congress. How do you see these? That statement, those words of his.
Well, I don't see anything wrong in the words of Bola, because I've always said it that in politics, the practitioners are interested in permanent interests. They have different colors. He may be in party A in the morning. In the afternoon, he moves to party B. And in the night, he comes back to party A or move to C. There's no rope tying him to a particular party, political party. That is one.
Okay.
Then, secondly, from the statement he made when he visited the president, shows that he's not being political. He's not talking about party. It is people that are insinuating all that.
Well, he spoke about joining the All Progressives Congress.
No. They didn't listen well. He didn't say about joining. It is the question, the way they
no, but he said, question. So be it.
Yes, he only concurred. He said, okay, if what he has done, the visit he has made to the president is construed or misconstrued, as the case may be, that it is him going back to APC, so be it. That he has visited the president did not mean that he has joined the APC. He did not say that. It is the media that was throwing question to him, and he knew the direction they were going. It's okay if it's your own interpretation.
CP, this is your own spokesperson.
Yes, yes.
Saying that yes, he will join.
He did not say
rival.
He will join.
He might.
No, he didn't say he will join. You see, that's where
he might join. He said, "So be it."
It's this question of semantics. What the man said is that he came to appreciate the president and the direction the president is going.
As a party man, is it not okay to appreciate the president? Just appreciate the president. Let him just go.
Whether you're in the opposition, there's nothing wrong in you appreciating some good directions or positive steps taken by your opponent. When you are in opposition, the opposition does not mean that everything the party does is misconstrued in a negative stance. No, it's not like that. If something positive is done, you have to commend it. And you see, politics is, that's why when I see people kill themselves on the streets, I pity them. They are hewers of wood and drawers of water. They are just coasting. Meanwhile, the main actors in politics will go and open champagne and be clicking the champagne flute behind. Because to them, it's not a do or die affair. What they are looking at is, what can we do to impact on the life of the people? That's what statesmen talk of. It's only politicians that will be thinking of the next election. They are not thinking of the next generation. So what I'm saying in essence is that the visit of Buala was carried too far. They would have left the man and wait for him to come out and say, I have gone back to APC. Then that's the time they can now pick up on him. Not because he went to visit Mr. President. It's now turned around that he has gone back to APC. And you know, the man being a lawyer, he's very clever. He understood what they were saying. It's not as if he's a novice. And that was why he told you, okay, if that is the way you say, so be it. That he has no apologies. Why would he show apologies to anybody? Are you gagging him that he cannot go and visit somebody he has worked with, he has been close to for a very long time? Is it because they are just in different political divides? I mean, we should be more matured than that.
A party man,
yes,
a PDP man will tell you that he spoke too much, he went too far. Appreciating the president is one thing. Then now making it look like, okay, fine, you were good to join the president.
He didn't say he would go to join. It's the media that pushed him to that corner.
But you know politicians, how they operate.
Yes.
The way he came out to even say means,
don't worry. What they should have waited is let him declare for the APC. Then they can pick him up from there. He has not declared now. Did he say he has declared for APC? Or they were only insinuating that since
these days you don't declare. Right? You don't declare.
Okay, you move in quietly.
Ask Wiki. you don't longer declare that no, I'm not a member. No, you just do your thing. And people will be looking at you that this guy is doing this thing.
Well, let's wait. You see, we are in Wike's case, there are two different cases. Wike has picked the appointment from the ruling APC. Buala has not been given any appointment by APC, and he has not accepted any yet. So that's where you can begin to.
He's romancing it gradually.
Well, that's the way people are seeing it. I'm not seeing it that way either. It's like me going to visit the president today. If I go and visit the president, if they open door for me to come and see him, is that how people will conclude that I've now joined politics and I'm in APC? No, I mean, when he was governor of Lagos, he used to send for me. I'll go and see him. And we'll have a long discussion. I was in service then when he was governor of Lagos. In fact, I used to go with the present IG. He was his CSO that time, you know. And will people have inferred that because I went to visit the governor, I was not a member of Alliance for Democracy or Action Congress? The answer was capital no. I was in public service. I was a security officer working for the Nigeria police. So the governor may have reason one time or the other to send for me. And I'll go and see him. I used to go and see Atiku when he was vice president. I used to move with him as sitting vice president. I was always in his entourage. Anytime he was in Lagos and Southwest and the Ogun State and all that. It was a duty that was part of my schedule. I also used to move around with President Olusegun Obasanjo when he was the president of the Federal Republic. So that one is quite different. Now, I'm no longer working for government. If, for instance, Asiwaju remember, that man that used to come that time, I want to see him. Do you mean I should not go and see him? I'll go and see him. Does that mean that I've joined the APC? Does that mean that I've been given an appointment? That's not the answer. The last time I saw Asiwaju was 2018. I was Deputy Commissioner of Police in Akwa Ibom. Then, on one-on-one basis. So he came with Buhari to campaign for the re-election of Buhari for second term. So when Asiwaju saw me in Guswila Akpabio Stadium, he now asked me, Chooks, are you here now? I said, Your Excellency, I'm here. He said, you don't come to see me again. What happened? I said, Your Excellency, you know, number one, that body lot, When you pass there are too many people there. It will be very, very difficult to come. He said, no, you are not serious. If you want to see me, you know how to see me now. You should know those that will bring you to come and see me. I said, okay, Your Excellency, I'll do that. But you see, what am I trying to say? If by peradventure, one thing about me, I don't go looking for people. I don't do that. I stay on my own. If anybody says, go and bring him, and they call me, come, I'll go and see the person looking that needs to see me. If by peradventure he remembers and say, go and look for that man, I want to see him. Who am I to say no? I'll go and
you
see
get
him.
there, you start singing his praise.
No. If I will say the obvious, my type of person, I'll tell you the way it is. I'll tell him, look at the pulse of the public. I've been since I retired. Occasionally I'm in the media, television, and radio. Yeah. And to an extent, very soon I'll go into print. I've been feeling the pulse of the people, and these are the things they are saying. I won't go there to bootlick or the ones that he has done well. I'll tell him, look, you have done very well here. The ones people are complaining, I'll say, people are crying. These areas need to be attended to. Is it if I do that and then walk out, people will see me, they'll say, he has joined APC. He's expecting an appointment from the presidency. No, it doesn't follow like that. So they should not crucify Buala. They should leave him. By the time they give him an appointment and all that, then we can now say, okay, this is exactly the direction the man was going.
Now, maybe I should ask you in a different way.
Okay, come.
Looking at 2027.
Yes. It's still far.
For politicians, is that? I mean, 2027 is like tomorrow.
Politicians are human beings. They should wait till that time comes. How many of them are sure they will live to even see June of this year to celebrate the first 1 year in office? How many of them? Nobody is the author of life except the God Almighty. So that's why anytime anybody is talking about 2027, I tell them, please, that's bullshit. I don't look at that direction.
I'm saying that Atiku might be warming up for 2027.
Well, let's get close to that.
Man, he's coming to sing the praises of.
No. The man didn't go to sing praise. He went to visit him and observe some of the good things that has just happened, and applauded the man for that. So there's nothing wrong as far as I am concerned. He has not betrayed the party nor betrayed Atiku. So people shouldn't see it in that.
Let's open up the studio line, CP. Let's talk to Nigerians. Let them talk back. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be part of the conversation. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume. 60 seconds for everyone. Okay, be civil. You know how we do it, right? Exactly. Just call in and share your own opinion, or then you can talk to me on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp portal is open. 0700 903 9039. That's a WhatsApp number. 0700 903 9039. And if you want to call in, 0700 903 903 903. Let's start from here. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I greet your guest. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
My name is Martin from Ejibo.
All right, welcome, Martin.
May God bless you and bless your guest. It is high time we know that politics, I like his analysis, politics is a game that if the masses understand it, we will not be killing ourselves over nothing somehow. Because the main actors, they don't see it the way we see it. And the way we see it sometimes is not even the way it is. For me, I don't blame, and I can never blame the man that went to visit the first citizen of the nation. Whether you like him, whether you hate him, is the president of the nation. God bless you, sir.
Bless you too. Bless you too. Thank you so very much. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Okay. WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. I'll read your messages alongside. But let's take this call first. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Jide Kele from Hip Hop Estate.
Okay.
Well done, guys.
Welcome.
Please, your guest, thanks for him coming, but he's trying to be economical about the truth.
Okay.
When people are holding on to, whatever the Walla says, is what APC said. Whatever Buwala said is what Atiku said. And he went to visit it. Like in football, your rivalry is rivalry, no matter what. What will you say? Will you say Obi is a Democrat visiting Tinubu? Do you know that you have betrayed your followers? Buwala, how is the best way dancing to a political party?
Hello? Uh-oh. Sorry, so sorry about that. But then you can call back if you can. Just do call back. Let's get your thoughts. Thank you. Let's take more calls right about now. 0700 903 903 903. Say you are economical about the truth. You're trying to keep some. Okay, all right. You know, I said, well, anyway, let's hold on with that for now. Let's see. 0700 903 903 903 and WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Are you there? Oh, I think we lost that call. Please do what to call me back, okay? Still use the same number, 0700 903 903 903. Yeah. And if you're calling, if you're watching us or listening to us from outside the country, you can do the WhatsApp number. Yeah. So it will be easier for you to connect through. All right. I will read. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do this one first. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Okay. I'm trying to read a particular comment here. I mean, what someone is saying here. I hope it's something I can read. It should be clear enough. Okay. The woman called Edu is an unrepentant looter. Look at what people are. You see what I said? She is not remorseful about her looting. Hey. You see what the way people are painting? Looting. If you say looting, what would you say about the former minister of finance, who was allegedly, in Nigeria we like to use the word allegedly.
Of course, because it has not been proven yet. It has not been confirmed. Yes.
Okay, he said she is not remorseful about her looting. She wants to be retained to continue where she stopped. We are watching. But deep down me, I know nothing will happen to her. Highest suspension and everything returns back to normal. Nigeria will move on. Olusoga Ajayi sent in that message. It's okay. All right. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Engineer Kyle calling from Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. I listened to what Dama brother, the person in that retired deputy commissioner of police.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that man is talking from an embodiment of knowledge and wisdom. Because seeing Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the first citizen of this country, no matter what your political affiliation might be, he has been sworn in as the president, and automatically he became the father of everybody. And he never made himself a father of APC. The moment he sat on that seat, the moment you are in that office, automatically you are the father of Nigerians home and abroad. So it doesn't matter whoever, if today Atiku might just wake up and go and greet him, that does not mean that Atiku have joined APC or he want to blow Atiku into an APC something. So whatsoever anybody might be saying that, okay, Buwala went to greet Mr. President, he's looking for a way of becoming the president friends. If the president is doing well, if he's mopping up a good policy that will lead the country to the next level, I think we should just try as much as for once to embrace him, to say something good about him. Look at how he cuts down his what is it called? His travel allowance and travel storage. Look at it. That is exactly what happened in 2015. This what is the name of this country? One of the African countries. The man is planning a wealthy Nigerian. Is implementing a wealthy Nigerian. If Nigerian can just give him times, I never campaigned for Asiwaju. I am in fact I'm a member of PYO. Professor Ijeoma. Even till they sworn him, I never liked him for anything. I'm telling you the gospel good, but what this man is doing, the policies is implementing, what he's putting in place, it might be hard. Okay, take for instance, you want to build a house, or you want to construct a construction. What do? You first and foremost destroy. I am a Nigerian. You destroy everything. Everything will look so rough, so unaccepted, so disgusting. But by the time you endure, you keep pressing, you keep doing the right thing, you doing it. In as much as you didn't fail from the thing you have, it does not, you didn't fail from your plans that you have laid on ground. You will succeed, and by the end of the day, the finished product Nigerians will be celebrating. Look at what he did to Dangote now. You should know. One thing. I just thank God for this opportunity to speak on a national TV, national radio. You know, Asiwaju that I actually know. Asiwaju, even despite the fact my friends revolve around him, I never liked him for anything because I thought he was a thief. But what I am saying now, you have to be a thief to get what you want, so that you can really bring out the true color that you are. Because if you are claiming to be a saint and you want to rule Nigeria, my God, you will never get there. But I salute the wisdom and the courage Asiwaju put in place that got him there. Serious. And I can beat my chest. I can tell you that this country, God truly loves us. And that is why he brought somebody. There's this thing that says that it is the devil that knows how to handle the devil.
All right.
Yeah, in this case, I could say Asiwaju was a devil. But now God wants to use him to
Thank you.
And end all the evil things in this country.
It's okay.
So that's my comment.
I appreciate you so very much. Let's hear this person's comment too. All right. Good afternoon. Are you there? Good afternoon to you. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, City Chiefs.
Good afternoon.
You make me to enjoy this station very well. Since you started, I don't miss your program. I don't see anything wrong. I remember when they were starting sometime and say, what do you think about 2027? This country is working.
I think you should call back. Oh, your network is so crazy. Seriously. I just call back. Okay, kindly call back. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, this is Remy from Akoko.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think we need to understand some things clearly. Any elected official of any country is meant to serve the people. There is no way you can become the father of a nation. You are to serve the people. You are like an employee of the people. And it is this attitude that we make us worship or see elected officials as a demigod, that we can't question them. We place them so high that we find them unquestionable whenever they misbehave. Tinubu is an employee of the citizens of this country and is meant to serve the people. And no matter how we try to whitewash some things will stand as fact. As we speak till this moment, has he gone to pay condolence visit to those in Plateau State? I didn't know Nigerians, because someone is saying we should be thankful to God for him becoming the president. Yes, you can support him all you want, but let the facts remain the fact. What is the economy of the country between May and now? At least the same way, are we not poorer than he met us? There is a particular construction road that was in Cote d'Ivoire. A few days ago, it was opened. They didn't take a bill. Nobody took a bill. Imagine it was here. People will tell you to be thankful that the road was built by those who you employed to build the road. Let me go to the angle of cutting of governance, cost of governance. If truly it was a well thought out plan, about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, that he signed the budget, they would have done that, not that they would just come up and tell us they are reducing this and that. In that budget, 15 billion is for travel, for him to travel across just a year. In that same budget, 6 billion is budgeted for car park. In that same budget, 1.5 billion is budgeted for his wife's car. They didn't remove all those things to cut cost of governance. It is the same card Buhari played in 2019 that by telling us that he's going to slash the salary of his ministers, the entourages and all. The same card that is playing, and people want us to clap for him for doing that. 3 reasons why body will cheer him on. Either the person does not know better, he doesn't know demand from the government, or the person is the mediocre, or what is the third one? Or the person has to be a supporter. Because I fully understand what good governance is. I know what to demand. You won't be clapping for just coming out to tell us you have reduced this and that. How does that translate to the economy? We don't have an on the economy. It's not even airworthy. Clapping that he reduced minister, I should be clapping for him. Lastly, on the case of Daniel Bwala, he never left APC. Even so, he claimed he left APC. He doesn't need to tell us he went to meet Tinubu because of his last. They are trying to gaslight us to believe this is what we should be thinking. We should know what to demand from those we elected into office. Not this. Look at the frivolities they're spending money on. Right in our faces, and they're telling you there's nothing you can do. And now they want you to clap for them for reducing the entourages. What is the cost effect of that as compared to the amount they are going to waste or they've wasted? Look at the amount they wasted on Onga Summit they went to. Look at the amount of entourages they went to it a few months ago. And all of a sudden, you think they are angels and we should be clapping for them. In the next few months, we get to see the way things are. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate your call. It's not enough, right? To start.
That's why I said it's scratching the surface. Just
some people will tell you Bwala wants something. His finger is pointing at something. When you want something, you praise more. You talk about the person.
Let's wait first and get to that.
Okay, let's wait. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Henry, calling from Sule.
Welcome, Henry.
Thank you, sir. Well, I don't have much to say. Just that there is a comment that I don't like people saying, that when they say the president is the father of the nation. No, he's the president of Nigeria, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not the father, or he's not my father. I know who my father is. So we should address him as the president of this nation. We should not be saying he's the father of this. If he's the father of this nation, he should, at least his children was slaughtered. He didn't go there to see them. On New Year's Day, he didn't make any comment concerning those people. So how is he the father of the nation? If he's the father of the nation, at least he should speak about his children that was killed for no reason. Have you ever heard the American people calling their president the father of the nation? They call him president. He's just the president. He's the servant of that state.
So why are we calling him the father of the nation? He's not my father. We all know he's not your father. He can be Judah. I see there. It's not your father. We all know who our father is. We know him as the president of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So we should stop using that word, the father of the nation. Father of the nation who doesn't care about his children. Your children was killed like a chicken. You didn't say anything concerning them. You didn't make any comment.
Thank you.
So why are we calling him the father? Please, I don't like that comment.
It's all right. It's all right.
We are all educated.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. What do we call that, actually? It's okay. More calls now. Good afternoon to you.
Sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Layman, calling from Alakorekiti.
All right, talk to us.
Why don't I my regard to Ogasiki?
Good afternoon to you too.
Good afternoon, sir. What I want to say is that, you see, it's like what Remy said. It's like most of us in Nigeria did not know what this government holds us. Because I don't know, as for me, I have never seen what this present government has done that I need to praise them. And anybody that did not learn lesson from Buhari government can never learn any lesson in this country again. Because all the promise that Buhari made, go and sit down, check all of them, and just tell me one that you benefit from. And any one of the promises that come to pass. None of them. And this Tinubu of the thing that we are saying, all this cutting of the traveling of all those things, first of all, ask yourself, what impact does those things make in my life? The thing is very expensive in market. Go to market and see what is happening. To eat is very difficult. If you really want to come out and prove Nigeria wrong, let him go to all those things, something that will impact in the life of Nigeria. Not to just come out and say something, people will come out and say, we have to praise who? Praise what now? Have you make any impact in the life of common Nigerians? Nothing. So, okay, now look at this Buhari you're talking about. You don't need this man to open his mouth and say, this article or we went to visit Tinubu. The meaning is different from any of his followers go there to visit. No, all those things, we don't need to tell ourselves what we know now. So,
it's okay.
I can never praise anybody for this.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you so very much for calling. Well, let's also see. Let me read this particular message from this person. Check your time now, 2:33 p.m. Good afternoon, my CPN presenter. Tinubu reduced the cost of governance. Did the budget of the president reduce? Did they sack or move anybody in the house? No, definitely Tinubu just used the statement to cajole Nigeria. This is how they are going to operate psychologically. If president is going to USA today, he will go with some set of 20 people, and another trip is for another set of 20 people. Deola from Bokpola sent in that message. Well, it's okay. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Oche from Fagban in Lagos.
All right, Oche.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. CP.
Good afternoon to you too, Oche.
Okay. Sir, I want to what the last caller, the last caller said that Mr. Tinubu is my father. Mr. Tinubu is not my father. He's a president of Nigeria, not my father. If ever he has gone to this seat now, this is making 8 months now. It's a more mistake. He has not done anything. People are hungry. Look at the cost of fuel. Everything is high, and someone will just stood up and be saying that is doing something. He's not doing anything. He's not even helping people. You understand? You should go and learn from Yaradua. Look at Yaradua that put the fuel that we are buying 600 and something naira today. That leave it 65 naira. Is it not human being like him? We should at least sometimes when we want to talk, we listen. We sit down. We have to sit down and think very well before we say things out. You understand? Because I always listen to a Kamijide program and Mary program always. You understand me? So I don't miss their program because their program is so. I'm so much impressed concerning their program. You understand? But what this man just said this afternoon, I was so angry about that. How can you say that Tinubu is my father? Tinubu is not my father. We are not speaking the same language.
All right, thank you.
We are from different.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, what Tinubu is doing is good in the eyes of the ordinary Nigerian. But what we are saying is that let all these things we're hearing not be another wash, as we saw during Buhari government. Chinemere from Agbara sent that message. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well done, sir. Good afternoon, Oga.
Good afternoon.
My name is Joy Musa. I don't even like the way people are praising our president. Just now, my daughter went to buy rice. It's 1,200 by Berika. How does court their travel concern with poor people like us? He didn't do anything. Let him do more so that poor people will enjoy because people are suffering. You can't buy medicine. You can't buy anything. You can't buy pure water. What is he doing? He's not doing anything.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ikami Jude.
Welcome.
Yeah. Good afternoon, CP, and Happy New Year.
I wish you the same.
Yeah, you see what is happening in Nigeria is, just like the CP said it. CP, today I'm going to say it. You're on the side of the government. I'm not saying APC, but on the side of the government as somebody who has worked with them. You understand how they play. That does not mean that is how democracy is. In democracy, when somebody commits a crime, that person should be responsible. That person should be answerable to boss. And if the boss doesn't do anything, the boss have to answer. I mean, when we said get Buhari to answer some questions, that's normal in democracy. Get anybody that is involved in that government. It is his government. If that government succeeds today, we will be shouting Buhari. If that government goes down today, they all should be investigated. I don't know why we give excuses. And, saying the security forces, they know what to do. Better Edu don't have experience. Why are they paying? Are they being paid so much? You get paid so much so that you employ those who will give you those experience. And I don't think they just go there without seminars and without, coaching them. She has access to money to employ those who is going to guide. I don't know why CP today you start giving all these people excuses upon excuses. If you listen back to what you said today, I'm sure you're going to think, oh, maybe I have a bad day today. Thank you, Mr. Ikambijode and CP.
Thank you. You didn't tell us your name or where you're calling from.
My name is Chooks, calling from UK.
Better. Thank you, Jukes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. All right. This person saying, good afternoon, Ikami Jude. I always enjoy CP analysis. His opinion always based on fact because he's without any sentiment or bias to any topic before him. Maybe because he was a former police officer, made it easy for him to look at every issue objectively. Abi?
Yes. He's saying the fact. You see, what people fail to realize is that you have to hit the nail on the head. You need to be objective. Tell the people the way it is. If I tell you there's a procedure in government, I'm not saying that you have to flout those procedures. And if you look at financial instructions, I've worked in government now, and the procedure, there's division of labor. There are things the ministers should do. You hold the minister accountable. You can't go and hold the president accountable because he's not the authorizing signatory for that particular disbursement. Okay. So when you say that, you say you are defending government. They are saying this because many of them had not, they haven't had that opportunity to work in government and see things the way it is. I am saying those things because at least I got a certain height, a commanding height in the system, and I know the way things work. So that's why I'm different from a political office holder that you just bring from nowhere and give him position. That's why many of them are making that mistake. So it's not as if I'm defending Edu. Edu is inexperienced when it comes to public affairs and holding public office. And like I said, they ought to have tutored all of them. They could have gone for a symposium or, training or kind of seminar before they turn them in to go and hold those positions. Because...
Yeah. Sipi, let's take this call. Okay. Good afternoon to you. Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. This is Mr. Chinedu from Ejibo.
Mr. Chinedu, welcome.
Thank you for the good work. CP, I'm going to CP direct. The problem of Nigeria started from police to politicians, from politicians to the current government, APC. They have destroyed Nigeria and set us ablaze. This is the time the masses have to wake up and fight for their rights. CP, let me tell you, police are the people that we see white and call it black. And that is the same thing you are bringing to the platform. That is why I don't want to comment whenever you are there. Don't be biased.
You don't understand what we're saying at all. You're coming from a very far side. Just take it easy, and just take it easy. Drink water small, then call back if you can. We're not talking about police. This is not CP here. We're talking about what is happening in the nation. It doesn't even concern police now, okay? Just take it. Oh, Nigerians. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
And Mr. Shoes, I greet you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
My name is Divine CJC. I'm calling from Oshodi.
Okay.
For somebody who is clapping for Mr. President for cutting costs of his entourage and all that, please, if Mr. President wants to cut costs, you can agree with me that he needs to cut down his salary. He need to cut down the Senate, the House of Rep is varies their salaries. How much is their salaries? Somebody will be collecting a salary that is capable of feeding the whole nation only for a month. And just cut down your chief salary. What does that? Who does that help? To cut down on his salary. To cut down on all the cabinet and everybody around all the workers, all that salary. Cut down on all those salaries. Tight your belt as you preach and teach us. Tight your belt. You understand? Not to cut down duties. What does it take him to reduce the cost of rice and the production in this country? Okay, maybe he didn't have power to do that. What does it take him to remove the ban? It's all right for people to go out there and carry rice freely and carefully for people to see food to eat. What does it take him? Why president? What has he done? Because he cut down on his salary.
All right.
Is it proper?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be part of the conversation. Again, 0700 903 903 903. Then WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. That's the number to call. Okay. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, I'm calling from Ikoto. My name is Richard. I want to praise you people for what you are doing. I thank CP. That man is an intelligent man, very intelligent. So I love two of you. God bless two of you.
Bless you too.
What I want to contribute is that if someone should go to the market and start buying things very cheap, then we know that what the president is talking is sense. A bag of rice 70,000. A bag of gari very costly. Everything very costly. Even pure water 350 per bag. After cutting all those things, then we shall be clapping for him. Without touching food items, I will not clap for him. So let him help us to reduce cost of foodstuffs. And that is where people are benefiting from. Without it now, people are sick home crying. Right now, there's no food in my house. Nothing. When I go back and come back, no business. So for me to clap for him is when you go to the market, you buy things very cheap. The children will eat. So that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. Check your time is 2:45 already. Don't worry. I think we have less than 10 minutes to run. So if you want to call, you can do that now. Whether WhatsApp or direct call. All right. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Kami Junior. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
CP, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you too.
I'm Chado. I'm Ben. I'm calling from Eva.
Welcome.
What CP is saying is his opinion. So CP is trying to say his own opinion. A public figure. You don't need to come in public and say so many things. It can be that man that was talking about police. CP said they should involve police in the investigation. That's why that man was lashing at that idea.
Oh, really?
CP said they should involve police. That was why the man got mad. But if the police can work, if you first give them like 100 million, they can work. But if they carry on liberty and they are hungry, they will say, don't mind those bastards. Give me my own. But so, this man now, Olubunmi Ojo, he formed that company just for government, to steal government money. That was why he formed that government 10 years ago. And the last 5 years, he resigned as chairman at the waiting of the company. And his wife take over. And you know that you cannot separate husband and wife. Anything you are not doing, your wife is doing. It is you. Two of them are the same. So if that company commits any offense, he's still the man because his wife is in charge. And he's the one that formed the company. Did he close down the company? You are the one that formed the company. And now I don't like people saying shareholder or shareholder, this shareholder, that. And that man collected contract from Akpabio. His company collected, the same company collected the contract from Akpabio. Akpabio pointed out at him. He was the one that was saying, off your mic, honorable minister. And the Tinubu still carry him and they involve him in government. Looking at Tinubu's body language, I don't think that he can perform anything. He has shown us that he's the highest level of corruption. All the people around him are corrupt. Look at the Ganduje, look at Akpabio, all of them are corrupt. Festus Kiamu, all the people who are around him, Matawali, Bataru, Bagudu, all the people who are around Tinubu, they are corrupt. Look at Femi Gbajabia, and we are catching all of them one by one. They cannot do anything now. They are shut off the mouth of it now. They are shut off her mouth because she was mentioning everybody's name. Right. Don't be surprised that money she transferred that 400 million now. She transferred to that woman. That is not her own. Another person want to use that woman to collect money from her. They wanted pressure on her to be transferring that money. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Ben from Iba. Okay, I'll take 3 more calls now before I run. And let me see if I can also take... Okay, let's do this one. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Welcome.
And the city.
Good afternoon.
God bless you.
Bless you.
My name is Usipo. I'm calling from Abanaja, Nikotu.
All right.
I want to talk on the call for the sack of Tunji Ojo by the Interior Affairs Minister. You see, I want to talk on two. Indeed, I want to talk on two.
You have just 60 seconds. You have just 60 seconds, okay. Please. Yeah.
All right. Those people are against him and those people that are for him. One those people are against him, I want to talk against that. You understand? The point is that those people who live in glass houses should not throw things. And if you know you have skeleton in your cupboard, you should be very careful when you're walking in public. You know, of course, the House of Representatives, I think John was there. So all these things should have made him to understand that people are against him, no matter what. And especially when he has even said that his company was involved and mentioned the 400 million naira that was involved. So he said it's not more a director, it's not a signatory to the account, but an ordinary shareholder. How about his wife? So we should be very careful of that. Then those people who are for him, and part of it who are for him. You know, this man has tried as an interior affairs minister. So people are against him just because he accepts on some things, by performing his duties. So I believe that the president should, tamper justice with mercy by even pardoning him. And though this may be controversial, people may come against it, say, why should I say that? They may pardon him even with better edu. They have just said only about 5 months in government. You understand? So the only people that should be dealt with, as far as I'm concerned, are Hadia Farouk and of course Olu, that is Olu Agunwe or whatever. His name is the one that served as a minister under Obasanjo. So we have about 16 billion something that was spent in power, and nothing has been shown on that when it comes to Obasanjo time. So all these type of former ministers should be dealt with accordingly. And this Beka and Ojo should be forgiven, for God's sake. And that what should be done. And it should also make the new ministers to be very careful. Not that they are just be forgiven, so that any other minister that commits any offense should be forgiven accordingly. No.
Thank you so much.
So I'm submitting that this minister should be forgiven and be made to go ahead with their job.
Okay, thank you. Better Edu should be forgiven and let her continue with her job. If you support it, I. All right, hello, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good morning from here.
Okay, welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning to you.
This is Tony from Chicago.
All right, welcome.
Yes, I want to disagree with CP on the Edu.
Okay.
He said Edu is inexperienced. If Edu is inexperienced, remember they said she sent a memo to the Attorney General, Accountant General, and it was rejected. I know the Attorney General must have given her reason for rejecting the request, and she went ahead to do what she wanted to do. That to say that she knows what she's doing. So I don't think that's inexperienced. If Attorney General said you, there must be a reason for rejecting the proposal she was doing. So I don't think that it's inexperienced that she's the corrupt person. And I know that Tinubu probably must have done Christmas to all of them, but I believe that now he wants to start doing his work. Let's hope, let's pray that he continues. But for now, I don't think the president needs a praise from anybody for now, because masses are still crying. So if we at the days ahead will tell us whether we cannot start saying hallelujah. But for now, the more you say hallelujah, these are politicians. The more you say hallelujah, they went back and do what they know to do best. Thank you, Jide.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate your call. Yeah. This person said something, he sent a message, he said something. I think I have to quickly clarify that. He said, CP, is there any number of people specified to travel with the president, both home and abroad, constitutionally?
It's discretional. It's
discretional.
It's discretional. There's nothing like that in the Constitution.
There's no constitutional.
Yes.
And in case you don't know, maybe I should let you know that let me give you a little breakdown of what the president said. Where do I take it from now so that I can help you answer your question? Okay, on international trips, the president has directed that no more than 20 individuals be allowed to travel with him. That number will be cut down to 5 in the case of First Lady. Additionally, the number of the entourage on official international trips for the vice president will be cut to 5. The number that will be placed as a limit on the wife of the vice president is also 5. In terms of local trips, the president has approved a new limit of 25 members of staff to accompany him on domestic trips, that is, within the country. The office of the First Lady and that of the wife of the first of the Vice President is now limited to 10 staff members on official trips within the country. The Vice President will be limited to 15 members of staff on official trips within the country. Do you understand now? It's not inside the. What did you call it now? No. Well, our time is fast spent. What do we do now? Okay, let me just see the last one and I will run. Just the last call. 60 seconds, please. Okay. Good afternoon. 60 seconds. Just go ahead, please.
Good afternoon.
Quickly,
well
please.
done. City, well done. Please, I don't know. People seem to understand what is cutting down cost. I don't know. Since by no constitution, there is no office of first lady, and you are cutting the cost. Where is the cost? And that means it has been voted in the budget. Now, there is issue of cutting costs. It is when the sun will not be moving around with a private essential jet is when I will agree with him. When he's coming to Lagos, he's not having about 120. Even if he has, he said 60% reduction. How do we know which one is 60%? Maybe if you will see 120 vehicles, that means formerly he was expected to have over 240. The 60 is removed, so 120 is still correct. Because what is happening now is technicality. As CP was putting you, I don't know whether use of English is better than you, Jide. CP is putting you to you that so be it. Affirmation English that is very clear that so be it. It comes. It's not acceptance. The wala actually now is. So do you remember his statement that if you give Tinubu 30 years, Tinubu will not do anything? It was only when he came back that if Atiku wants to win Tinubu in 23 or 27, that is when he worked for 23 hours plus. And he wants to tell us that Bola is not joining. How did FFK become a PC member? Is it not through all this?
Thank you.
A whole your rivalry is now saying praises.
Thank you.
How would the camp take you?
Thank you so very much. Brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. CP, just wrap up for us before we go.
Well, my own position is that, well, the government have started well this year. They don't need to limit it to the two ministries of Interior and Humanitarian Ministry. They should go to all other ministries.
Okay.
And if possible, they should get auditors, both internal and external auditors, even if they are bringing them from abroad, to come and audit all the ministries, departments, and agencies. From there, we will now know who are the thieves, and we'll go after them.
Thank you so very much, CP, for joining me on the show today. Thank you again. Thank you everyone also for joining us. Thank you so very much. We will be here again tomorrow for the open mic edition. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting. All right, just tune in at the same time. 1 p.m. is the time. Okay, my name is Jude. Ikami Jude on social media. Ikami Jude. I'm out of here. Good afternoon, Lagos.